So, yeah. We literally have a waiting game on our hands now. We just have to wait. Nothing we can do about it. Name of the game is Wait. I'm going to condense everything here while I can. Take everything out of my inventory that's no longer needed. Probably don't need those anymore. Just like that. And we'll just condense everything down. Have 50. Those will come and be collected if they can. B, and then there's another one that we want 40 of at any given point in time, but that's a later project. Never mind, that's a right here project. Buildings, we want to always have 40 on us at any given point in time, no more than 40. And the reason why we want 40 of the orbital collectors is because 40 is the exact number that goes around a planet or goes around a gas giant. If you space everything out properly, you'll get exactly 40 spots. So that is the reasoning for the 40. Now, as you can see, this has filled up. So this part's filled up and it's already started to deliver. So if we actually come over here to our deuterium build, we should see, yeah, we see hydrogen coming in. It is being delivered. So we've got hydrogen coming in, you know, plus 70 right here. This will at least keep it running. Deuterium will then continuously be built in and put into place. And the deuterium will eventually be moved over to here. or not, well, not here necessarily. It will be moved to this one, which will then fill up, and it will disperse it in here. We'll have the deuterium here, and that will go into our fuel rods, which will then be dispersed to where they need to go. In this case, it should be sent here first. As you can see, it's starting to build up again. And we can look at our power. We've already increased it. We were at like 30 to 40% sufficiency. Now we're at 50%. And as these keep coming up online, it will start building. So if we've got here, we should see here in a little bit more in transit, because it should supply the local stuff before it supplies outbound, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong. And I don't know why I'm yawning so much. It's the middle of the day. It's like as soon as I start recording, all of a sudden the yawning starts. Actually makes me mad. Should see. Over here. Should see this deliver some here shortly. Needs like another 2 more and then it will make a delivery. Yep, there it goes. There's our deuterium fuel rod delivery drone. And as I said, it will come here. It will be delivered. Everything will then go through. It will be sorted in here. These will cycle in and pull as it is. And then as you can see, we went from, we're still at about 56 sufficiency, but we're climbing, and that's what we want to see. Fun. Mandated fun is what that is. Sorry. I've been playing a little bit of Satisfactory in between doing playthroughs of this on my own time, and that just, it stuck with me. I thought it was hilarious, and well, needless to say, that's kind of been stuck on my mind recently, though I'm kind of somewhat at a hump of where I've gotten to in the game, and I got tired of mathematically figuring stuff out, so I've kind of put it to the side for the time being, but that small piece is still, it still tickles my funny bone every once in a while, so that's that. So now we no longer have the flashing, well, symbols. We do every once in a while, every little bit, but it's slowly producing faster and faster, which is ideally what we want happening. And then we can fix everything else later. Alternatively, we can add another ring to our solar, but our solar on this particular planet is horrendous. Yeah, solar energy gets 46% sufficiency. The wind energy is better, but wind energy is also atrocious because of how close or how far apart things have to be stacked apart for it to work properly. So I would much rather deal with the solar, but at the same token, with the solar being sufficiently even though the solar is more compact, with the sufficiency of the solar cells being what they are at about 46%, it wouldn't really even be worth putting them down. Like earlier time it was worth, but once we get the solar sails up in the system, we start producing power that way. I'm going to actually remove all of these solar sails, and they're going to be replaced with the ray receivers to not only receive power, but also to receive photons, which then we will use to convert to dark matter, antimatter, that stuff. And for that, we're going to have to use where are they? These things right here, the particle colliders, and these take a ton of power to run. So we're going to need all of the power, which will be kind of a slow process. So we've got hydrogen hanging in there, supplementing our piece is slowly gaining use, which is what we want. Yeah, that was originally only 70, now it's like 100 or 210, now 140. As it keeps picking up, because as we gain more power, our production line that we created works faster, which means our deuterium line works faster, which means the power cell maker works faster and gets more power out to our power generation faster. Never ending cycle, so long as the cycle actually functions. That's kind of the key thing. Soon we'll be pulling power from a different source, and that will work better because we'll be able to build stars. We love stars. We can't build the stars yet. No, that's locked behind this research right here, which requires the green stuff, which I don't think we have yet. Yes, we do. We do have the green stuff. Okay, we haven't put this into research yet then, because we can't even build the antimatter yet. The antimatter fuel rod, which requires this right here, which of course requires the photons and pulling the photons from everything there. So yeah, there's some stuff that we have not done yet. Obviously we haven't touched any of the military stuff because we are not dealing with the dark fog, mainly because we started this before the dark fog even came out. So our biggest thing right now is the Dyson stress system. Once we've got the power up and going, that should fix things, ideally. Trying to decide. So now we've got that. Is our steel producing at a better clip now? Well, periodically anyway. Looks like it, because now we've got plenty on each side. Brilliant, which means eventually steel will be produced everywhere, and then we can then get this piece up and going. As a matter of fact, I'm going to steal some steel, because then we can at least get some stuff up and going. Take that from here. Let it build. Other side. Dump that all in there. That's going to do its build. Hopefully we get a few here. We got a few. We got 2. Okay. Brilliant. That was enough steel for 2 of those. Oh jeez. That will at least get us started and at least get some solar sails up, which is really all that we need at the moment. So to do this, we're going to build this on the closest planet, or not the closest, but closer planet here that we kind of left alone and didn't do anything with. So let's go there. They're way over yonder. 5 AUs. 5 astronomical units away. I think that's pronounced astronomical units. I could be wrong. I don't actually know. So what we can do is we can get our Dyson swarm going, which is over here on this, if you look on the left hand side, there's a goal side. That's actually new to me, but right there it kind of lists out, okay, we've unlocked the solar sails. Now we just need to put an orbit for the Dyson swarm, put out the Dyson swarm, which is the solar sails, and then receive energy from those solar sails. Then from there we can then plan the Dyson Sphere shell, do the frame, and then launch the rockets to build said frame. And that will be next plan is to get the rockets. So I slam into this. Like, this has just as terrible solar energy ratio, but it's better than the other one. But its wind energy is horrendous. Now, let's take a look at where we want to build this thing. That's our little bit of water right there that hasn't frozen over on this frozen planet. Let's see here. We've got this, and this actually should be plenty of space actually. So let's do that. Let's take these out because we're going to want to position that there. And this, we're going to give it those. And you're going to go and get these things. And there we go. Those are going to be delivered. Oh, and we want, as always, proliferators. we're going to demand those too. Alrighty, so how this will work design-wise. Because these things are huge and we have to space them apart. So I think the first ring here, we're going to put this here, and we're going to basically build these per ring if we can. I think we'll start with this one here. So we'll come across here. We're going to put these out, and we're going to, of course, put our proliferator in. Put that there. One more. Raise it up one and put it in there. I don't know why it does that like 90-degree turn up into the air. That's weird, but it does do that. Put the power, we need to run the power in, don't we? Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. Where did we have power? We have power here. This looks like it's the closest power, so we're going to run it from here. And just run it up. More water. Like that. We'll fix the power later, but that's now got power. And then we want our solar sails. Where are they? Right here. And that's how far apart they are.
An EM rail ejector. You've taken the first step.
Ridiculous.
Now use it to eject solar sails into space to form Dyson Swarm. You must supply solar sails to each EM rail ejector and configure target orbit for solar sails. You can also copy orbit data from an ejector and paste to another. If you want a more diverse Dyson Swarm orbit, click the Dyson Sphere button at the bottom left corner of the screen to open the Dyson Sphere panel. There you can customize orbits for your Dyson Swarm.
And there we go. We got our first two. We're going to have this demanding these, and they're only going to pull 200 at a time because you really don't need all that many. Once you have them set, these are really kind of going to go away, and what you're going to have is these two things right here, the solar sails and the rockets, which you're going to want a bunch of. But we're going to set these all to demand. And they'll grab them as soon as they're available eventually. Now, first things first is to get into our Dyson Sphere section, which I believe is, yeah, right here. We're going to look at the orbit. Orbit 1 is about right here. Let's see here. we don't really need to add an orbit right now. So we're just going to leave that. We can add up to 20 orbits, and we can redesign them however we so choose. So this star isn't doing a whole lot of output, but we can do that. So we've got the one, it's already tracking. So if we come to here and we start inputting them, it will start shooting them out.
Mineral depleted.
Just like that. And that's our solar sails now going out. So if we go here back to our Dyson Sphere program, or that's the game, go back to our Dyson Sphere building section, it will start right here. We're starting to produce power now. It took it a little bit, but it's starting to produce power. Eventually we'll start having more in orbit. But that's where they're shooting at right now, right there. Little specks, and as they continue their rotation, they'll get denser and denser as they do their stuff. And this is being produced. I don't know if you can see it. It's way off here, but that's fine. But then if we go to the actual shell, and we can't really build this at the moment because we can only build like a portion of it, and we need to get the entire stress system researched to be able to build the, or at least start on the shell that we want. But that's the beginning. So there we go. So we got the solar sails. Let's go check those out.